There we go. All right, guys, what's up? I'm Big Rob, aka the Gaming Geezer. Sorry we had to take a little bit of days break, but we had to get our preparation game on. Here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. We're in the middle of our next big build. We are owning our own server. If you would like the server information, it is Gaming Geezer's Combat Sim. Um, in hindsight, I probably should have named it Combat Combine, but that come to me after. We'll change it later. But if you want the information on how to play to the server, it's a 20-man server. Um, Feel free to join us. It's really one of those. It's really for fun. It's for creating. But it is PvP. We expect people to have fun and enjoy themselves, explore, but also come and check out some of the cool stuff that we're building. Our next big build has been the World Trade Center. This is something, a project that I've wanted to build for a while. It's kind of one of those things. Me being a soldier, it kind of has a spot in my heart. It's one of those things that I still cope with. It is one of the few things that have made me wanted to rejoin, re-up, seeing what happened to over 2,000 American citizens. Another several hundred world citizens that were in that building and stuff. But this is basically a tribute build. I've wanted to do it for a long time. I think this is the game to do it. I'm hoping the engine has been optimized enough to actually handle it. Okay, right now we're in Ansel. And as you can see, we've started the foundation. Now, interestingly enough, we've done built-in Conan before. We did the Great Pyramids. We did the Trump Wall. We did my little custom tower that they managed to raid and build in. But we're using Ansel right now just to give you an overlay of everything that we're doing to see how the project is starting from the ground up. There'll, of course, be lots of screenshots and stuff like that. We'll take a picture of that. But these are the towers. This is the center, and I'm hoping that we have enough space to get some of the other buildings that we might have to build into this rock side. We'll see how it goes, though. We definitely want to get the buildings. We want to get the trade center, and I'm going to be able to, and I have determined that I'm going to be able to fit the hotel, which is also 22 stories, but that's after we get the towers done. Or we might just throw that as a side project once we get the towers up to some size. We're basically going to be building it one floor at a time, and we're going to try and build them. We're going to start with one tower, or north tower, and then go to the south tower. And then the next floor, north tower, south tower. I actually pulled up the, because I want to do this, what it first started was, let's make the towers turned into something more, the more, because I do a lot of research in this. And we try and put as much detail in these builds as possible. With this, I wanted to try and recreate the floor plan, the stairwells, the elevators especially. We might not be 100% because of limitations to the game, but I'm going to do my damn best to get as close as possible. We're going to have to take a little bit of artistic liberty with some things, but the one thing is we're actually prepared to do this build now. Now, we were told that it's going to take about a year to do this, especially at the rates that we have, because I'm still playing the game just like everyone else is. However, what's going to end up happening is we're going to mine some resources, and then a lot of resources, because I'm the admin of the server, I'm going to have to spawn in just for the sake of getting it done and doing it right. I want this to be a great build, and this is going to be our biggest build. It's going to trump the Galactica by about threefold. And the Galactica was honestly our biggest build. This is going to trump that by threefold. But I wanted to give y'all an idea of what we're sitting there looking at. And like I said, if you want to come in the server, throw in some help, by all means, it's more than welcome. Like I said, the only thing is it took me a few days to work out how to do it in my head. And how we started was we mapped out the area. This is my favorite spot to build because it's the only open area in the game that has just this sheer volume of space. And there's another chunk of space on the other side. Let's see if I can get you a view of that. It is just an open canvas if you're a creator. And it's like, however, it is one of those things that there's dangerous stuff roaming out here, but not as dangerous as some areas. And like I said, I was telling Guardian, say hi.
Hello.
How you doing? Guardian has been my partner in crime. He actually fronted the funds to get the server guy. I appreciate you, man. You are the bomb. And Jackal, you in here? Jackal was in here. I'm not sure where Jackal ran off of. He might be doing his stream. Jackal is he does Dave the Postman. You should check him out. It's a lot of fun. He plays a lot of shooters. He plays just about everything and anything. Even though he's a lot more dedicated and more proficient than I am, you will enjoy his stream. He has a lot of fun on him. Check him out, Dave the Postman on Twitch. Yeah, we will be getting in some Mech Warrior. I've always built these things casually. We will be playing some more Battletech because we are getting away with it. It's been a hectic week. We sent our daughter to Europe. She's having the time of her life. She sent back some beautiful pictures. She sent back one picture of her street, and it looks like a painting, and it very well could be. Paris has been an inspiration to many an artist, so... And like I said, I'm like, I know I've seen that street before, but I've seen it in a painting. So, yeah, and she's got this one beautiful picture that I'm trying to get off my phone and actually into my computer so I can show y'all of her with the Eiffel Tower behind her. And man, it is just so beautiful. And I'm glad that she put her nose to the dirt. She ground for the money to get there. She fought for the grades to be able to make it happen. And she thinks she proved something to other folks. She proved something to herself. Put in the hard work and rewards will happen. She is a bona fide badass. Two Negans up. And yes, she did her thing. Over here was another construction that I worked on today. Like I said, what's going to make this happen more effectively, if you're going to do any kind of big builds, you need a work site. You need something to work from. And I actually got the idea from this from Guardian. Guardian's place is set up for massive construction. And it's like it's just laid out well. So we got this little hut right here, which is our workstation with storage, ovens, all the features of home. And we can expand it. It's infinitely expandable and won't cost us nothing. We can tear this down and expand it another 20 and have it done in 10 minutes. So that was huge. Thank you, Guardian. But Guardian is an engineer, so this stuff is like...
You're using large crate storage stuff because the storage in there actually expands.
Nice. I might have to do that. And but like I said, he's an engineer by trade. So he comes up with these things. Stuff that takes me weeks to come up with, he accidentally just pops it out without even thinking.
My engineering field is technically different, but when you learn to blow it apart, you kind of know how it goes together.
Right. Yeah. I'm just an 03. We just know how to blow stuff apart. We let everyone else figure it. We got our backpack girl. She's going to be humping a lot of the weight because I'm still susceptible to a lot of the stuff. And we got our dancer just for entertainment purposes only.
Technically, I think she has some carrying slots too, by the way. So
it's like they'll be following me around on some things, especially when we start getting into the inner floors. But today we're going to work on we're going to finish up we're going to finish up the foundations on this, and we're going to head back to Tower 2. And as you can tell, we're moving slow as Methuselah because we are weighted down. We're going to basically, on the North Tower, we're going to finish up the floor on there. The reason we did it this way was because there was the pillars have to go in and make contact with the ground. And what's going to end up happening is that we got to build this up. Now, when we built the pyramids, we built the pyramid as high as we could. Then we had to make the pillars reach all the way down. The problem is trying to get those pillars all the way up and down was funky as hell. So to avoid all of that, we should have, and how we should have did it was map the thing out properly. Basically, the counts are going. It's 49 pillars per floor, and it's gonna be with both towers, or 5,390 per tower. Both towers 10,780. Both towers walls is going to be 1,100 each tower, 2,200 both towers. 22,000. My fault. 22,000. See, it's mistakes like that led to a half-size pyramid. What's up?
How far your pillar space? To look about 3 to 4. You can stretch it to about 5, and that'll actually support the whole damn roof.
That'll come in handy once we get to the upper tower and have to get some of the bigger stuff to fit in the rooms. But on the bottom one, 3 keeps us stable. At least that's how it worked with the pyramid. 3 was the sweet spot. So we kept 3 on everything, and it allowed us to work around. You feel what I'm saying?
Sounds good. I just share the knowledge real quick.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th I have another post.
Right, I appreciate knowing that we can go 5 because I was wondering how I was going to fit some of this stuff in there, so that gives us the leeway that we need. But like I said, 3 was the sweet spot without any errors because there's going to be a lot of stuff going here, and the server's probably going to. We got a pretty good server. We got a CPU on it that we upgraded to CPU because I know I like building like this, but we're going to put it to the test. We're going to see if it can take it on the chin is basically how it's going to work. And then, like I said, we got the foundation down. We're about to start working on these pillars and foundation here. Like I said, we didn't want to keep having to run all the way over there to the lake, so we sat there and got us our own water supply. We are probably gonna have to get some beehives in here for a steady food supply. That's where right now that's the biggest concern is I've been killing scorpions as they run up, and that's what's been providing us meat and goodies. Yeah, we're gonna have to get us a more reliable food supply than scorpions running up. So that's where we are right now. We keep one weapon on us at all times to protect ourselves. I do not know what the use of the cage is. There's a use for it. I don't know what it's for. I would like to know why the cage is there. I'm thinking you can put one of the thralls.
POWs?
Huh?
POWs?
Yeah, if you have a bunch of thralls and you haven't got a place for them, I think you can put them in the cage. But I'm not sure. I haven't tested that theory out yet. Also, we know there's a named mob over in this area over here. We know for a fact there's a named mob in this area. And so we're probably going to set up a Wheel of Pain over in here. And like I said, it's all about getting your infrastructure right. Once you start getting your logistics right, everything else, it goes as smoothly as you prepare. It's like go in with no intel, go in with no logistics, and you're going to foobar the shit up. But like I said, take some time, look at the lay of the land, figure out what you need, get the logistics operating, and things tend to go smooth. Also, we're working with sandstone instead of spawning in a bunch of the good stuff. I wanted to see what I can work with, and pretty much we're gonna have to take some artistic liberties. And we need to figure out how that's going to fit together in all of this. So we are kind of trying to figure it out as we go. There we go.
Sorry if I'm being quiet. I'm trying to up armor my gear again.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. And like I said, we'll see how this all fits together. because like I said, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced on these walls here. I'm not. But for now, it looks like it's going to work. I haven't decided if we're going to go one more high of these walls or we're going to start there. But it's giving me the look that I want right now, and that's what's important. And then we'll go from there. And like I said, it's a lot of stuff. This game, the one thing I like is everything is the only limit that you really have is your imagination, and you can get a lot done. What's up?
Basically, how you can jigsaw the pieces together to get the look.
Exactly. It's just that you gotta. Sometimes you gotta get that out of the box thinking. Figure out what it is you want to do and how you're gonna make it happen. And don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. A reasonable facsimile sometimes is just what it is. Thomas, Mr. 5KA, it is going good. We're in the midst of our build. We just started our build. We're working on the Twin Towers today. We're doing an actual life-size replica. That means, according to my measurements, or as reasonable as possible. We don't exactly know if we're going to be able to do 110 floors. But the Twin Towers is 110 floors without the needle. With the needle, from my measurements, add about 20 more stacks up. And I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the needle yet. That is going to be some... We're gonna be adapting, improvising, and overcoming a lot. This is a tribute build.
Good dude.
If we're lucky, okay. If we're lucky, we're gonna be now. I'm the server admin. This is the information. If you want to join in on the server, help out and stuff, gather, set your own house up somewhere. Unfortunately, I've claimed this area here. But if you want to set up your own thing, hopefully, if things go well, we plan to also put the hotel, which this is South Tower, that one's North Tower. There's a hotel that stretches between here and here, 22 stories. There's also I forget there's a bank, 6 stories that goes along that. And then over here is another 2 buildings, and I believe they're 22 stories each. And that makes up the whole complex, the World Trade Center complex. I'm hoping that we can get all of that in there. And if we can get all of that in there, then we'll be able to somewhat replicate the streets that are going around it. And the next possible build that's going to go up, probably in the area next to it, if nothing else is going up, would probably be One World Trade, which is the current trade center that we have that replaced them. And I haven't figured out how to do reflecting pools unless we elevate the whole thing. But it's already churning in the back of my brain how to get it done, depending on how the build goes with this. So let me show you something. I'm going to go to a solid piece of ground, stand by, and give y'all one last look at the foundations. And that is Alt F2. We're in Ansel from NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA. They give you tools like this to work with so you can see just exactly what you're doing. But we measured out, got our counts out, and with 25 by 25 is where we came at. 25 by 25, and we basically broke the entire towers down into a grid. Basically 110 floors, and I took the pictures of the tower because I couldn't get an accurate measurement of the side to side because it's not exactly divided in rooms. It's open spaces with the central tower. So what I did was I just took a ruler out and measured the sides and compared them to the top and basically divided the towers into 4, and that's how we got the 25 by 25. We approximated. We guessed. The tower.
All the swag.
Yeah.
Scientific wild ass guess.
Scientific wild ass guess. Hoorah. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what we did. But it we're squeezing it in. What we've learned from the last time, and we've actually got some new information, is that we can go 5 wide, which is going to help immensely when we have to put the what do you call those things that call the gods, the temples? We have to put the temples up top to replicate the lights coming out of the top. That 5 wide is going to come in handy, but the sweet spot that we learned when we built the Great Pyramid in this actually same area was 3 wide on everything. And with the 3 wide, it gave us the perfect spacing to keep support throughout the entire tower. We'll be able to build around some of this, and once we fill it in, there'll be plenty of space for making the floors. Just that the pillars are a necessary evil. Otherwise, it's just not gonna. You won't be able to place the bricks that you need once you get into the higher levels. And we want to keep it as reasonable as possible. There will be no controlled demolition if I can help it. Like I said, this is a tribute build. I watched them go down in real time. I have no desire to replicate that. But like I said, it is a build that I've been wanting to do. Everything has been working up to something this big, and once we get this build done, we move on to something bigger. And we built the Galactica, we built the Prometheus, we built the Great Pyramids of Giza, we built Rogue One. We have been slowly. We built the Trump Wall. We built the Wiggy Tower. We built the V saucer from the movie Visitors, or a TV show. Well, it was a movie, then it was a TV show. So we have been building up to these big builds, and this is going to be the next step, next logical step. I think I have enough to finagle the buildings there. I'm going to have to build into the side of this mountain, but I think it's going to happen. Lighting, and I've done told everybody, some of the stuff we're going to just be farming normal like any other game player. Some stuff I'm going to have to, like the lighting, I'm going to have to just spawn it in. As the admin, I can do that, and I do want to get this done in a reasonable time because I don't want to spend an entire year doing it. But like I said, we got water here. We're probably gonna spawn in a couple of beehives so that there's plenty of food here. Even though I don't think we can live off of beehives, I think we're gonna have to hunt. So we're gonna have to break off for meat runs. That's just a necessary evil, but that's where we're at. So let's get started laying some of this stuff because that's really where it's at. Surrounding this entire thing is going to be stairs, so you'll be able to approach it from every angle. I'm going to have to get all the stairs doing, but like I said, this is the hard work of it all. This right here, the foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, it's not going to go well. And fortunately, that's a little trick I learned when you're encumbered. You can do this little barrel roll, and it'll let you move short distances at a fairly reasonable rate. And that comes in handy when you're doing stuff like this. And we don't got a light in that corner there. I don't know why we ain't got a light in that corner. There should be a light in that corner. I wonder why we didn't put a light in that corner. But like I said, we keep the area fairly lit. And it's really just as easy as going 1, 2, 3, which like I said before is kind of the sweet spot. And then we can go further, but we want to keep a reasonable amount of support because there's a lot of weight that's going to be coming down on this whole thing. And there is a physics engine in here, as wonky as it is.
Wonky might be an understatement.
Just a little. Each one of these floors, by the way, just for general purpose, is going to be 525 floors. Basically, when we get up to the higher ones, it's going to be 625 because we got to accommodate for the ring. So 625 ceiling tiles for each floor. Both towers are going to basically equal to 115,500 for both towers all together. What's gonna?
Okay, yes, it is the PvP server.
Huh?
Gentleman in chat.
Yes.
PvP too. Yes. Yes.
One of the things I've always believed in is I'm gonna be playing the game with everybody else. And it's like when we built the pyramids, we built that on somebody else's server, and the server owner's guild was firing cannonballs at it when we logged in. They just got tired of lobbing cannonballs at it. It was too big to knock down. Literally, we had to go and repair huge chunks of it because they kept knocking the things out. At some point, I may have to limit PvP or double up the strength of buildings. But like I said, for the most part, I'm wanting to play this game like everybody else. I enjoy Conan. I enjoyed it when it was a laggy, buggy mess. And so now that they've actually launched to 1.0, of course I've come back. Of course. Why wouldn't I? And this would be and like I said, this is one of the better building modes. I was going to do it in Empyrean. But Empyrean gets really wonky after your first couple of thousand bricks go in one spot. In fact, we actually tried doing the pyramids in Empyrean and crashed the server. Guy cussed us out and threw us out. Yeah, he wanted to know what was causing the server to crash, and then he came to our area. He put on God mode and came to our area and seen a big ass pyramid being constructed. He's like, "This is what's lagging up the server. You can't even cover this area." He was so mad at me, and I was like, "I'm just trying to build something cool." And he was like, "I don't care what the hell you trying to build. Get." And then next thing you know, we were booted off the server. So, like I said, this is his opportune time to actually do something like this. And I figured I'd take full advantage of it. And like when we built the pyramid, we built it on the World War Gaming server. And that's a great bunch of guys, by the way. We built it on their server, and it was like one of those things where they wasn't expecting it. His server got impacted. It did impact the server hard. And it was like he came out and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm building a pyramid." And he's like, "You do know this is a PvP server, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You do know I can just knock this down, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "But this is really cool." So it got to a point where it was so big, people would come through and start looking for me. And I'd hear them running around, but I knew the lay of the land on the pyramid. So I could hide and watch them and picking arrows at them. And finally, they were coming at me. And it was like a lot of people actually brought me stuff just to see it get finished. And then the guy that ran the server spawned me like huge amounts of stuff to get it finished. But there were some people that wanted to see it all fall. And they would come in and they would look for me and try and kill me. And they was like, and it was funny because I used all stone equipment. So when they came to kill me, if they found me, it was like, "Oh, you got his stone axe and stones." I'm like, "Oh, go ahead and take all of that if you want to." And it was really no fun for them. But it was absolutely hilarious for me because they was like, "All you got is stone." And I'm like, "Have all the stone you want. I'll go get more." I have nothing better to do. Session.
Ooh, they added drop bridges.
Yes. And see those big towers, the big gate towers that I got as the floor? I can put drawbridge doors on that whole thing and lower them. And that so I can open the trade center or close the trade center. I'm actually thinking on the lower floor and putting like equipment for people to come and use so it's an actual trade center. How you doing, Leonard?
That will happen pretty goddamn quick if I have my way to say about that.
Just let me get the layout done. And it's like, if you come in and
Well,
see...
I was saying, if you get the base floor done, I can fill in the basement real quick, like, I'll have a new refinery. Now watch out for actually your resources.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I gotta get up here. I can't do... I thought I could do this from the bottom. 1, 2, yep. 5. 3.
Oh, I am a heavy bastard right now. Be heavy. Aw. That sucks.
I'm doing pretty good.
Crates.
What's up?
You can't stack crates. That makes me sad.
But you can make a wall like 2 stories high with these little ceiling things and put them on each of the floors. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think a bookshelf. Make a bookshelf out of the foundation or walls and foundations and stuff.
Well, I gotta have a foundation put down. I might try dropping a wall real quick because I'm actually lining them up pretty decently with the grid. Yeah, pretty close. I might just try dropping a ceiling. Depends on when the ceiling snaps, though.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
I'm back at my place. I need more watch crates because if you hadn't realized, I have lots of stuff that I keep mass numbers of.
Ah, okay.
Such as stone, fiber, wood, coal, iron, all the low tier stuff that gets refined in mass quantities. Or used.
I'm sorry. If I need to put anything back.
No, it's not. It's partially it takes like 2 stone iron to make 1 stone bar, or 1 iron bar, and then 5 iron bars to make steel, 2 steel to make hardened steel. It's like, Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go.
Now, one interesting conundrum, because the purge system is on our server, and with this being such a huge...
I'm about ready to proc mine.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to pan out if the Huns come to burn the gates down. And I'm like... we might have to get a couple of
bucks. Be in for a fun time, or whoever this enemy's going to be in for a fun time. I got 4 armed cards.
Yeah, I might have to bring some guards in to protect the place because my dancer and my box carrier probably are not going to get the job done. But I figured we have a chill stream. I won't beat y'all up too much with streams of this all the time. But like I said, we'll work on it. I figured tonight we'll get the foundations and stuff done. And then we'll move over to some Mech Warrior Online. It's something I want to get done. I love doing this. This is like my second, like Mech Warrior, in all honesty, is my favorite game to play. I can play Mech Warrior all day. I can sit in the mech construction if I had the money, building mechs all day. But I obviously don't have the money for that. I actually got to get out and fight every once in a while. Boo. And it's like, but this right here ranks up right there along the side of my favorite. I can play Mech Warrior, Forza, and this all day long. And it's turning, I love drawing. I'm an artist at heart. And it's like, it lets me get some of the creative steams and juices flowing. And It's fun. It's fun turning something ordinary into something extraordinary, or at least something that I like looking at. I like watching this in ships more. I will be going back into ships. It's getting about time for that to come back under my rotation. But another game. Oh my God. Everybody's hating on it, but I am so damn jived. Black Ops 4. I could care less about the story mode. I'm pissed that they're taking it out. Let's be clear. I'm very pissed that they're taking the Black Ops 4 is coming out, and Treyarch does a really good job of telling stories. So I'm a little bit pissed that they're taking the story mode out. That pisses me off to no end. And then there's still
not a COD game without a camp.
exactly, exactly. So that's what I said. However, they're putting the battle royal on it, and they said it the way I would say it. They're doing it with the polish and style of a AAA game. That's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted is one of the big guys. But the thing is the way they did it. When I looked at the video, they said for the first time, we're going to have the biggest map we've ever created. We're going to have vehicles and helicopters for you to fly. And I'm looking at the whole thing, and they go, and this is going to be the state of the new Battlefield. And I looked at it, and I was like, you literally created Battlefield 4. Literally, in Call of Duty. So, and it's like, and to be honest with you, the only game I really want to see a Battle Royale game in now is Battlefield. It was built for that. It was practically Battle Royale before Battle Royale was cool. It has all of the trappings of it. So, and why it doesn't have it, I honestly don't know. Battlefield should have had this in there years ago because they were practically stepping on the toes of it. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, Brandon Green right now is probably just kicking the cat, punching babies, stomping on the floor right now because he started this shit. But he is not going to get to finish it. And there is no way the only reason I'm pissed is because they put all this work in there. Now, part of the success, and this is that Fortnite is free. PUBG is $30, half price. You know they're charging $60 for a Black Ops game. There's no way in hell they're not charging $60 for a Black Ops game. But they took the fucking story out and they gave us Battle Royale and 3 new maps for a zombie. And I'm kind of like, are you fucking me right now? Are you serious? You have the audacity to charge us for this. And it's like, if they would make the game $30, I think it would be a steal. If they would make it for free and we then make their money on all of the shit they're going to toss in with loot boxes and stuff because it's Activision. Seriously, it's Activision. They're going to put loot boxes in there. Don't think they're not.
You're full of shit if you think they are. As we were saying.
Every reviewer that I look at go, if Anthem comes out and they don't fill it full of loot like they're hoping and praying to their EA gods that it's going to happen. EA's done told you. We ain't giving rid of our loot box. We don't care if it's illegal. They will have to drag our CEO out in handcuffs, which is a possibility in some countries right now. Before we give up loot boxes, and even then, we're just going to turn it into some bullshit like Destiny did. Mob of the Dead is back in zombies. I'm excited for it. And it's like, but then again, it doesn't take much to entertain me. A few explosions, maybe a customization mod or two, and I am happy as a bee's knees. I am just like there. But it's like, I've never felt comfortable giving money to Mr. Brandon Green, the maker of PUBG, because I think he reacted sillily when I think that Fortnite is his fault. I think that that Epic Games was truly doing what they said they were doing, paying a little tribute to him, making a little mod, and was gonna move on. And then Brandon Green opened his people opened their mouth, started talking about lawsuits, and Epic's like, do you know who the fuck you talking to? Epic is the only company. It's kind of like U.S. with nuclear weapons. Everybody has nuclear weapons, but the U.S. is the only one that's just fired them off for shits and giggles to end shit.
Well, this seems like a cheaper option than they figure 50,000 to 500,000
right
troops. You're gonna try to just go smash the islands in. It's like, no, let's try dropping one of these experimental bombs real quick.
They were just like,
stick in the backyard. Let's see what it actually does.
Right. It took them 2 to stop the war. It was like they dropped the first one. Boom. And
the first one, I think, technically would have done the job. They just dropped the other one pretty damn quick before
he was still talking. They were still talking shit. Let's be clear. They were still talking. We will never surrender. We will fight to the last. You know what? They didn't even finish this.
Alright, you just let that 2 seasons.
We're done. We'll catch you on the backside, okay? We'll take over economically. And we were like, ooh. And then fast forward several decades and fuck.
Cold War later.
And it is wrong that we're laughing at thermonuclear weapons going off and we're in the midst of World War Trump. But it's like, that's how it was. Kids, that was our world.
Well, the nice thing that came out of that was depleted uranium armor and depleted uranium shells.
Battlefield makes me happy. I still load in Battlefield 3. I can't stream it still. I've got 2 freaking PCs and I still can't stream Battlefield. That is just so wrong on so many levels.
That hard on your computer?
Battlefield beats my computer like a red-headed stepchild.
Well, you are running a little bit older graphics cards too, so part of it. My 1050 probably just kind of giggle at it for a split second. Go, oh, that's cute.
And I'm sitting there. And it's like, I'm sitting there. Battlefield is harsh, but I love it. I'm actually buying a 360 so I can play Battlefield 3. Smoothly.
Is it backwards compatible yet?
Actually, it might be on my Xbox. It might be on the Xbox. Also,
before you go buying a 360.
Well, I still want to get a 360 to play.
I don't really care if you go to 360 or not.
I actually gonna get a 360 anyway because they're only like $50 now, and I really would like to play Forza 4. I've got this theory, okay. Have you played any of EA's racing games? And you know they've gone downhill every year since Most Wanted. They really have. Most Wanted 2 probably.
That surprised me.
Right, and I've just determined, and then it's like between Forza, EA, and the one other company making a racing game, which you got to pay a subscription price for. And EA has made it a point that all of their games are going to be a service. So you're going to pay, with the loot box thing going away, they've decided to tell everybody that, guess what, guys? We're just going to make it a subscription service because that's what people want. And you know what? They're going to do it. I believe them. They're going to do it, and people are going to just start accepting because nothing's going to change. It's the Trump effect. Keep saying it enough, and eventually enough people actually start believing it. And it's like, and EA is stubborn. They want to make money. And the company says, yes, our CEO is very bad for fucking up Star Wars, but he made them a shit ton of money. They sold 8 million units. 8 million units is failing for EA. There are companies out there that wish they could fail like that. I wish I could fail like that shit. And it's like, and there's actually rumors going around now that because it only sold 8 million units, which is a success by everybody else's standard, that EA is just sitting there saying, fuck it, we're done. We're pulling out. They're abandoning the ship. And it's like, what? What about the promises? The promises You said you learned. You said you were gonna bring balance to the game. No, we're gonna go make another game.
Well, when EA took over Command and Conquer, they just ran that shit straight into the fucking ground.
Right. It did badly. They were gonna bring.
I hated playing 4. I couldn't do the whole crawler system. Give me a fucking base builder, please.
And so it's like, and the bad part is they were gonna bring it back, and they was like, we can't figure out how to microcharge everybody for something. I believe that the industry, mobile gaming, has ruined gaming for everybody. Every game is turning into a fucked up version of a mobile game. Remember the old days when we used to complain about $14 DLC from Capcom? Those were the good old days, wasn't it?
Or $30 and you get like a legit full campaign. Oh, plus a bunch of other new maps and a bunch of other cool shit. It's literally just another game that's strapped onto the first one.
Right. Well, hell, that's what they did with the what is it? The EA MMA, the MMA games, the FIFA games, Madden, especially Madden. Madden's notorious for it. Where they take the same game. What'd you say, RimWorld? Why do you think I play MechWarrior Arc? What's up, Lance Marshall? How you doing, man?
Hey, Lance.
And it's like they literally changed a filter and one of the and a little bit of the texturing on the characters. Literally put like a coat on him instead of his regular, and that was it. Just a filter, lighting filter, and set that shit out as a new game, $60. Plus, you have to buy the EA Pass to play online. Fuck that shit. I'm sitting there like, and right,
Hell no.
no, it ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna no. And it's like, and then they said they want everything to be like FIFA Ultimate Team crap, where you gotta buy characters and stuff, and you can pad your team with as many big players that you want. You just gotta give EA a little change for it. And I'm just like, no, we ain't doing it. Ain't happening. 1, 2, 3.
BC and hell before you get the rest of the paycheck.
And I stopped buying Maddens a long time ago. As far as I'm concerned, the first Madden that came out on the 360 was the best looking Madden to me because it was big characters, big hits. And now some of the characters that were supposed to be white were black. The hands didn't move. Little stuff like that. But it was a good game of football. And you can customize. I was like, that was the last complete game that I think we got from EA before they said, you know what? We're just going to mail it in year after year. and that was it.
That was a yearly game anyways, I thought.
It is a yearly game, but they're not even, they would stop putting effort after that. They seriously stopped putting effort in trying to make a game. They just stopped lying to us. It's like, guys, come on now. There's nobody else making football games. I'm like, because you bought them out. It's all your fault.
It's called a fucking monopoly.
And the fact that
technically isn't legal.
technically, and I don't understand why I don't understand how it was a win-win situation for the NFL when they had other people that was willing to pay for the license also. I just don't understand why the exclusivity thing. Because I guarantee you get rid of that exclusivity and all of a sudden competition's back in the fold and EA will start learning that maybe they can make a good game again. Maybe they'll stop charging people for online and characters. That would be nice. That would be so nice.
Careful, it's a smart idea. You know what was the smart ideas?
They get bolt buried. What was it? The Etzel?
No, after being shot in the head first. You grab that.
Oh yeah. Some good ideas don't quite make it to the cutting room floor. I'm about to die of hunger and thirst.
Well, if you want some food, I got all kinds of fish.
Oh, a transport of fish would be nice.
Yes, I just think my shellfish traps are just in a bad spot.
Oh, that's.
I have to check them again though.
Can I make shot? Can I make that? Hold on.
Shellfish trap? Should be able to.
I need wood. Do we have wood?
Just say be careful with your wording there, bud.
I am not sly enough for that.
Bullshit. What again? I know 03. Yeah, you were so full of shit.
I don't have any. I need to go find some. You know what? We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat scorpion tails for a little while longer.
Have you not thrown up a campfire yet?
Yep, I got a campfire, a dancer, a box. Over here. Have you actually came over to the trade center and seen what's going on?
Since you dropped down in the foundations? No, I've been trying to regather materials and just got my armor back.
Take a minute and come on over here.
One sec, let me make a few things and run over with the loaded gear for you real quick too. I'll come over with the care package.
Thank you. We need more lights.
Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. I was like, goddamn.
We definitely need more lights. Once we get the floors in, we stop the sun from burning rubber across the sky, or the moon from burning rubber across the sky. That was a problem for me. And trust me, I like the night passing fairly quickly, but I was having issues with the moon. It's something that was just not right with the way it was just. It was like Conan brought to you by Too Fast, Too Furious.
No, the Energizer Bunny.
Starfleet Command was a great game. Number 2 was the best. Number 2, are you talking about Riker? Riker, the same Riker that crashed the Enterprise every single time he got command? Every time. It was so, he crashed. Huh? Riker from Star Trek. Every time he got command of the Enterprise, he managed to separate the disk and crash the thing. One time he crashed the ship and the disk. It was actually became such a damn meme that even in the show, the last time he took it out before he became a commander himself, Picard was like, and number 2, try not to crash the ship this time. They are expensive.
Jesus Christ, you know it's bad when
and that's
a rap like that in the series.
And that's bad because there was no money in Star Trek. they did away with money years ago.
Well, technically there's still credits, but
can you imagine Vader going to the Emperor a few months later going, I'm going to need another starship. You blew up the Death Star. Fuck you. You got you.
The Emperor knew as soon as that bitch blew up.
Vader had to.
He was trying to force Trump Vader across the universe at that point.
And what was so bad, he had to throw him down the shaft because he didn't want to hear all that shit talk. You 7-foot tall asthmatic ass. You done blew up 2 Death Stars and a Star Destroyer. These things ain't shit.
Well, the second one wasn't really his fault. The rest of his military sucked ass in his fleet commander. And Vader fucking told himself.
Starfleet Command, the game. It's been a. I remember that. You talking about the old strategy game?
I may have actually played that. I'm not sure though.
I do not. I played a Halo Wars, but I think it was a top-down game. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, that's all. Both Halo's Wars 1 and 2 were top downs. They're really fun. I have number 2 and number 1.
I think they're available on Steam. I might have to pick that up when I get some money.
They're usually, I want to say Xbox mainly. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's some Spartan something.
Yeah, there were Spartan 3s. Or not Spartan 3s, Spartan 2s. They had a red team. So it was Samuel. Wow, why am I drawing a fucking blank?
It's middle of the night. You've probably been working your ass off all day.
No, I'm still on leave. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you still on leave?
Yeah, I took 2 fucking weeks.
Nice.
Hell, I could have went home for 2 weeks, but I was able to, if I decided to pay for the plane ticket, it's kind of fucking pointless.
It was like, well, welcome back, Mr. Kilo. I'm glad you can join us from your vacation on Shangri-La. Did you bring me back a bata? So let me get this straight. You didn't bring old Sarge back a bata? To the pit.
No, I was talking to myself because I was or I accidentally pulled all the inventory out of the goddamn crafting station.
Oh, that would be amazing. I think Halo. I think I can get it on the Xbox, but I'm not sure how much it is on the Xbox. We're gonna have to look.
Oh, I didn't realize they ported Halo Wars 2 to PC.
Yeah, because they did. It was part of the I can actually play it if I got $10. Because it was part of that damn what do you call it? No. The Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. And I had the Game Pass, but I had to stop it because after Sea of Thieves fell on its face, and then the second month, a couple of games came out, but they weren't part of the Game Pass, which I thought that every release was supposed to be a part of the Game Pass. And I guess the developers were like, fuck that shit. I'm like, okay, I can't afford to just keep giving $10 in the hopes that it becomes a good service one day. I'm almost willing to give EA $5 a month to play some of the games that they have. But I can't bring myself to diss Destiny in one breath and give EA money in the other. It's just wrong on so many levels. The only game that might have merit with me buying it from them is Titanfall 3. I will buy Titanfall 3. I think it was a good enough. Titanfall 2 was the damn hero of the industry as far as I was concerned. It was a complete game with a great story and no DLC. And nobody played it because EA decided to launch it alongside Battlefield 1. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I imagine the people that made Titanfall was saying the same thing, like, really? Really, EA? And then EA came out with the BS excuse that they were 2 entirely different games. And I was like, y'all got screwed.
They're both still fucking shooters. One has like big old stumpy robots.
Right, and it's like, I'm trying to...
You want to have parkour, which fucking Call of Duty already did, bitch. So you can't be involved there again.
Another kick to the balls. But Titanfall 2, I ain't gonna lie to you, if you get a chance to play it, if you can find it on the cheap, it is worth $60. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you find it on...
Titanfall that actually had a fucking campaign?
Yeah, Titanfall 2.
Multiplayer to play?
Yeah, Titanfall 2 was really good. The story was excellent. And nobody played it. And I was sad because it deserved better. It truly deserved better than what it got.
You want to know why people probably didn't play it? Because one was a goddamn train wreck.
Yeah, one wasn't that good. It had that spark of potential, but it was their first time away from the fold. So I was really forgiving of them. And I find myself being really forgiving of companies, especially when they had to make as harsh of a break. I never understood their break. I wish I knew the complete story. I don't think anybody will ever know it, because Capcom just not paying the developers that gave them billions of dollars just sounds wrong. But then again, we've seen what happened with Metal Gear. It's like if that man, if everything that man puts out, what is the guy's name that did Metal Gear?
I don't remember.
Sunsuck, what's up? But every time that man shits on a disc, it is like gold. You feel what I'm saying? Billions of dollars come running in. Pay him whatever he asks for. You keep paying him. You make it so that he never wants to think about leaving you.
Don't restrict his fucking thinking.
Hell, I have Overwatch, and some of the stuff that he pulls off, one of these days I might actually be able to pay him. And I will. I promise a raise, a 200% raise from what you have now. He's probably at home shaking his head going, 200% of nothing is still nothing. You know what? Just fuck you. I can imagine that happening right now. What'd you say? Rob Lancer sent you a picture? Oldgames.com download. Ooh. Nice. I cannot get to it right now. My computer, I've got it literally on the edge. If I try doing a link right now, when I'm switched to another game, I'll be able to do it. It's just right now, it is really on the edge. This is kind of a low-key Buster Rust mode because we're still trying to dial in the capture card. Because the other day we started up the stream and it fell on its face. It just fell on its face hard. And my CPU said, nope, ain't gonna try that. You really trying to do this through US?
Need some letters?
Huh?
Need some letters?
Ladders?
Yeah, I got 15 for some day. Oh, it was my buddy Tanner.
There's
I have 15 letters.
Yeah, there's a box and then there's some shelves at the build tent. All the stuff goes there.
Well, no, I'm trying to get the care package done together, so.
Yeah, ladders would be nice.
Well, there's 15 loaded up. Oh, there's that other banner. Or a banner that's actually done now. I can drop out. Oh, never mind. Not done. I'll bring you a fighter through all so that we have something to help protect the area.
Awesome. Like I said, some of that fish would be good too, or some kind of meat, some actual food.
Turn on the stove, or turn on the stove for some reason because they didn't want to.
Okay.
And they currently.
Now the reason, like I said before, we would just sit there and line this whole thing and hope for the best as we built up, and that's not efficient at all. Also, these when you offer more space than using the foundation bricks, so that we've learned a lot of lessons from the last time that we made a big build like this, and we're actually putting them into effect. And this part is taking its time as we go up and start laying the floors. That'll start going a lot easier. In fact, I think we're going to start laying 2 floors at a time. I'm sitting there, been thinking about how to do the floor layout. I need to get the initial layout right because there's like a cross hallway, one large hallway, and then the smaller hallway, and it has the down the back hallway is the stairwell that goes up, and then hey hon, you feeling all right, or am I just running my mouth too much? You're hungry?
Shut the fuck up, Rob.
Can you bring me some chocolate milk? That would be nice. Okay.
Try to get your own.
I tried to look sympathetic. I didn't do a good job. I failed. I failed hard.
So you're telling me is that you're sucking at the suck?
Pretty much.
Got it.
Oh yeah, the pyramid had a lot of.
That's watching the stream. I give Rob lots and lots of shit.
I get away with nothing anymore. I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to have a ladder that's actually down here to the ground so we can get to the subfloor in case there's internal damage. We can fix it from the bottom up. Also, it'll be a great place to store stuff. Most people, they would never suspect one box sitting in the corner. Here, they looking at the prizes at the top. They'd want to know what's up there. It's just, are they willing to walk 110 floors to get there?
I hope you realize that some of the people that are not watching currently might be the assholes trying to get the shit.
Oh, I can talk. We're in concept.
All the keys.
Right. And we're in concept phase now. Nothing is set in stone. Literally. Except all of these concrete blocks I'm laying. Those are in stone, but
those to you. Wrong throw.
that is awfully high. Oh, that's 2 stories up. That's why. This is a whole floored room down here that we can make. We'll have to remember that. Also, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have to put some wells or some form of water on the floors going up, because if there's no water, you can very easily out here die and die trying to get to the top. Huh?
Oh, that sucks.
Ouch.
Careful.
So they have an improved tanner and an improved blacksmith, but they don't have the improved stations for all the other ones yet.
Chocolate milk.
Do I have to take pity on you?
Yes, you got me some chocolate milk. Thank you, honey. She had some strange man go in there and do dishes. I didn't do the dishes, but some strange man went in there and did them. I told her to get him a blanket. He's a saint.
People remember what Rob's looks like, because you may have to find his body later on.
Yeah, especially I might have to. I wonder if we can squeeze a well down here. I wonder if we can set a well on top of the bricks. That's the question. Or does it have to be in touch with the ground? Otherwise,
I have the ability to make a large one. And you think I'm kidding?
no, I know you're not kidding. You're well ahead of me. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Oops. Yeah, we're slowly getting up in level. We haven't earned anything yet. How have we not earned anything yet? Really? However, our purge meter grows ever more.
I think the reason why mine shot up so damn much is because you're all you're building.
That doesn't affect you. Ain't I far enough away from you so it don't affect you? Or is that not how it works?
Is yours almost at that first tick mark?
Yeah. Oh no, we are conjoined. We are conjoined.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
I'm sorry. It's gonna go a lot higher.
Insulated wood, twine. Alright, cool. Where to put the insulated wood?
Once we get all of the pillars up, we're gonna fill in all of the floors, and then that's our foundation that we work on. And then we put the walls up like that one up there, and we go from there. Like I said, the spacing 3 between each one was the sweet spot. It didn't cause any blank spots when we got higher up in altitude. And excuse Excuse me. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Let's take a look real quick. Alt F2. There we go. A little bit of symmetry between the two. We're getting it done. Like I said, I am curious to see. I'm thinking that at about 110 stories, we're definitely going to be into the cloud base. We're definitely going to be into the cloud base, but I'm thinking we're going to be almost as high as that mountain right there. This is the mount. I think this is going to be as high. The tower's going to be about as high as that mountain once we start going. And I seriously think that once this starts happening for real, we will probably be in the running for highest standing structure in this game, period. But you know, there's some little kid out there with a box of Legos that is like, I got you. I got you.
He's literally sitting there going, oh, wait, there's more. Watch this.
He's going to Jim Kahana off the top of What you say? You feel like the tower is going to get blown up? You thought the Galactica was going to get blown up. Well, it technically did get blown up, but they let us have it back. Come on out of there. There we go. Built it on top of our head. Like I said, there's really nobody on the server with us right now. And for the most part, I got a combat log that'll tell me if somebody comes on, and I may turn the ability to PvP the buildings. I can turn the building. I can keep the PvP on, but make the buildings indestructible if necessary.
Hey Rob, you got a grinder out there?
Any what?
Grinder.
No grinder.
I might help you make one. May teach you how to farm while I'm out there too.
Farms are what the farm things I was looking at, and I am thinking about.
They're actually pretty damn simple.
Yeah, I was thinking about filling this whole center up with planters, making it like a little park area. If we can get the buildings, all of the buildings, to make the full complex, that'll be. It'll make it pretty damn awesome. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Joke's on you. I've already got 10 of my inventory.
Eldek, what's up, brother? How you doing? We're a flat dab at the beginning of our World Trade Center build. This is going to be a build that I'm estimating. Keyword estimating. I'm gonna have to go on a food run soon. I am running out of this stuff. I need meat, food. We are like desperately low on food over here.
Oh, don't worry, I got you covered.
Morning, everybody. To anyone that's just joined the room, how you doing? Like I said, we're in the middle of our World Trade Center build. We're actually running the server. I'm the owner of the server, along with Guardian and Jackal, my sergeant at arm. And Jackal is also one in the chamber. Great guy. Runs a stream. You should check him out every once in a while. He has a lot of fun. He plays a lot of Escape from Tarkov. I'm gonna try and get back into that game, but I like Hunt a lot better. I'm a Supernatural fan. What the hell? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, and
Good enough.
but it's basically how we planted this is a 1-to-1 build. Literally a 1-to-1 build. It's going to be 110 stories tall without the needle, and probably another 120 once we figure out how we're going to do the needle. I think Guardian's already got an idea of how to implement the needle on top, so we're going to give that a try.
Use the reinforced stone.
Reinforced stone.
It's dark and smooth.
Once we get this all done in sandstone, we can start converting it over to some of the bigger stuff as we go and play the game. The sandstone allows me to, I'm going to be honest with you, some of the stuff we're going to mine. Some of the stuff I'm going to spawn in as admin, because trying to just pound it out with pickaxes would take us way too long. And I do want to get this done in a reasonable amount of time and get my screenshots in. And then, like I said, it'll be something that we already planning on building the next part of the build, which is, I don't know why I didn't put one up there. And which will be the One Trade Center, which is actually got a really cool design concept going on. We'll put that right beside it in the other field. And we also want to do a White House. That is something I wanted to do too. And we've actually gotten as far as the mapping it out on grid paper stage. However, I always get nervous when I'm looking at places like the White House, because I like I said, I like looking at the layout. I actually got the actual building schematics for the trade center to do this build, and it's like when you start doing that for the White House, you start noticing vans sitting outside your house and shit. Mr. Wiggins, what are you doing? I'm building your White House in game. Smack. What are you really doing? No, I'm really building it again. And I don't do torture so well. Y'all better hope I don't get caught. If I get caught, everybody getting caught. Never tell that.
There's a thing called staying off the fucking radar. You try it sometimes. It helps.
Yeah, so it's like we might have to find something else to build. There was a time when something like that was lighthearted. They're like, "Oh, we'd like to see you do it." Now, I'd be in a dark room. Go ahead. You got the best computer ever. Wait, is this an i7? This ain't so bad after. This is an upgrade.
So I know you're an Alliance criminal at some point in your life. You should know how to stay under the radar. I actually got my goddamn torch.
There we go.
Well, I could just make another, what was this, steel spear that looks like your trident.
Oh, okay.
Pull the torch, pull out the spear, and literally just sit here and go, I have my...
I've seen a new weapon in the list. I actually seen a new weapon in the list called the javelin. And I'm like, is that something you can throw? I seen throwing it. I'm like, oh, I want to throw a
javelin. A thrown spear. That's what a javelin is.
Somebody tries to run away, I throw a javelin at him. We had We have in our old apartment complex. We used to stay in a place called Greystone, and it's called Partridge Point because they needed to friendly it up. And Greystone is the hood. Let's just be clear, it is the hood, the real deal, not the little fake ass hoods that you see on TV. No, this is real. Get ganked in the middle of the street in the middle of the day hood. Like I said, they tried to friendly it
So
up.
the one that I wouldn't want to roll through my pickup truck and stop at the stoplight.
No, no, you would not. And it's like we used to live there, and we had a contingent of refugees come through. We had Russians and we had Africans, and they did not like each other at all.
Oh shit!
And it was like there was a whole lot of stuff that happened. There was an actual riot over there at one point, and an officer came over to try and calm everybody down, and he got shoved in his car when they started fighting with each other. And I had to get pinned down because all I seen was an officer go down. So I'm screaming, "Officer down!" And let me go, and the officer's in the window of his car holding his hand telling me to stop. My brother and my family are literally sitting on top of me because I'm trying to get to him. Finally, my brother was like, this is not going to end well if we keep trying to hold him. So it's like we got to him. We fought and got to him. Me and my brother fought and got to him. And it was like, and the whole thing started over two kids playing. And in Russia, the actual word for black is negro. And of course, anybody of color hear that word, and it's a fight. And what happened was the two kids were playing with the truck, and they got into it with each other. Literally started fussing and fighting over the truck. Which, okay, that happens to every kid. Every kid's gonna fight over it. Well, the Russian woman came over and said he took his whatever language, but it came out. He took his negro truck, and of course, everybody turned around and was like, her? And the riot was on. And it was ugly. At the end of the whole thing, though, they were bitter spirits going back and forth for weeks after this. And the Africans decided they were going to get back at the Russians, and they went driving by, and they threw a real spear, in this man's window. They literally did a drive-by spearing. And with me and my brother are looking at this shit like, what the fuck? It's like, if it wasn't so silly looking, and I mean, they were hanging off the side of the car. They had like a big old like 62 caddy, and they were hanging out the windows, and they were hooping and yelling at the corner, and that's how we knew they were getting ready to do something stupid. And it's like, at first we thought it was going to be a drive-by because that's what they were setting up for. And me and my brother were like, all right, go get the shotgun. And it's like, already here. And so my brother had my 38, I had the shotgun. And we're sitting on the porch, sitting there like Wyatt Earp and the company, sitting there wondering how this was going to go play out. We got the kids. We called G, all the people in the hood, and say, yeah, get your kids up because this shit is good, ready to get real. So we all sitting out there expecting this drive-by to happen. And we just watching because we want to because it's our hood, our block. And we sitting there, and they start yelling, hooping, and hollering, tear tires, and went driving by this guy's house. When they seen him walk in the door, he kind of came out and looked. Then he tried to walk back in the door, and so they took off. And when they took off, they threw a spear in his window. All of them, like 2 or 3 spears. And we died laughing. Half the block fell out laughing. It was that hilarious. The police officer that we had called, what happened to your one chick? She died.
If she died, I'm going to be very, very low.
She fell off the building and died. I'm looking at her now.
She's here.
Huh? No, that's
No,
mine.
yours.
She's right here. Literally right here. You see her?
No, I don't.
She's right here.
No, I don't see a corpse whatsoever.
You don't see the corpse.
Nope.
Yeah, her body's right here. Look at your stream right now.
It's still delayed in catching back up. Are you able to loot the corpse at least, or no?
Yes.
Pull all that out. That's for you.
Okay. Her body
That's
fell
stupid.
off.
I'm gonna have to start up armoring all of them. It's gonna be dumb.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Just to give you an idea, have you seen any of this at all?
No, remember you were just starting to lay out the outlines as I decided to hop off from that because my corpse decided to vanish with all
I
that
don't
stuff.
know. I'm not sure Sunstruck, but like I said, it started a bad blood for a while. Okay, these are the two towers. All right, that's North
Yep.
Tower. This is South Tower right here, and I'm gonna be a little slow because I got all the stuff. Son of a gun, almost died. But
You
basically,
almost die.
I rolled up on the physics on this game. I still don't trust. Lots of funny stuff happened when back in early beta. It's like you can jump and hit something the wrong way and bounce off into the middle of space. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that when I was killing rhinos. I got to killing swinging and it fly about 50 feet. I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? I turned to He-Man on the swing like he should be able to one-shot these fuckers.
Right. But this is the basic we laid the foundations. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to go get the pillars and fill in all of this stuff so that it's one solid floor. And I'm thinking I'm going to put a stairwell down into this so we can take advantage of this bottom sand area basement too. Then what's going to happen is if you look over at North Tower, you see those are gate things up there to create that whole arc effect that they got going on in the original towers. Right. And it's like, and what I just thought about is I was going to put pillars behind the whole thing to give that line effect, but I can actually put gates and open and close the thing as necessary. That would be awesome.
Let in a lot more light, too.
Do what?
It let in a lot more light, too.
Yeah. And it's like, also, we're going to light these floors as we go. I'm going to spawn in some lanterns and keep those, and basically going to be a lot of light over here. Going to be bright as hell, which is going to internally light all of the towers, which is going to be great because it's going to look fantastic at night. Around each one of those towers, we're going to put stairs so that from any angle you'll be able to walk up onto it comfortably and not fall off like your what you call it did, because she straight up fell off and broke her neck.
Did you get her, she actually had a... Did you pull all the clothing items off too when you looted the body, or is that all that still...
Yeah, I've got clothes. I've got a backpack bearer. Did you bring a backpack bearer?
No, that's actually, that comes with them. So literally, I might just grab one of my fighters, throw that on them, throw in some armor, and look, I got a bearer that actually has better fighting stats. On the cheap.
You can actually put that on another character? That's amazing.
Mount it to yourself, and you supposedly get another 10% increase to your bearing weight. Or
Nice.
encumbrance weight, supposedly. You can try it on yourself if you want. I got another bearer on the wheel right now.
Wait, I can actually wear this?
Yeah, try it.
No way. Way! Yeah. Oh, that's
Slightly
good.
Overweight,
Yeah, I'm overweight as hell.
but did it drop it at least a little bit?
It dropped a little bit. However, it'll play hell with my vision, though. That's actually nice. Did you want me to put these on a box so you can pick them up or something?
I was gonna figure out where you wanted to drop that real quick, unless you want to start doing that basement real quick. Just drop 2 ramps down there.
Right now, there's a box right here by the fire. Did you actually bring food? I see no food.
Yes, it's on my person.
Okay. And then there's these boxes
It's
over.
now in the box.
Okay, and then there's these over here. This is where I've been keeping the extra. And generally use the last one. That's the overflow. And I will add more. Uh-oh. Might not be able to use that one. Hold on. Use the second from the last. Uh-oh. Dying of thirst. 8.
I have that 5. 6 is my food.
Okay, and we're putting all of this stuff in there.
You had to put your furnaces on the deck right there. Damn it.
What are you trying to do?
I was going to expand out and drop all those crates immediately,
Um,
or at least in place them.
as far as
Maybe
that,
we'll
long
sneak them up top.
as long as you don't, you can move the furnaces if you want. You might have to rebuild them.
That's what I was getting at. Is I literally would have to rebuild all those.
And for right now, it's not necessary. So we've got all the time in the world. Just right now until I get layout, because it's like if I don't get this right, it's gonna be absolute hell. It will be absolute hell later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, everything is in this second from last box over here. And if you wish to expand this, you can. The cage was just there because I was curious at what the cage was. I actually got a dead body over here now. Literally fell off the damn tower when it was when it wasn't even a story high. Okay, but yeah, that's so that's where we are right now. We're basically gonna start laying these flats out because I think that was the last one. In fact, I know for a fact it was the last one. Let's go get something to eat and drink. 8. Water wheel was absolutely necessary, and there's a fountain with water over there. And let's get something to eat. Let's see if we can get this about right. And like I said, we're going to probably try and do... I thought about building one tower and then the second tower, but I kind of want to keep them even because when they were being constructed, I think that part of the first tower was built to a certain level, and then they finished the or the first tower. Then they came back and finished the second tower. It took about a year for the first tower, 2 years for the first tower, and another year for the second tower. I think I'm right on that. Now we don't have to do any more pillars, so we can actually get rid of the pillars. Are. We don't have to worry about pillars for a while. So we're good to go on that. Actually, let's just do this because we can move a little bit better now. All right. The reason this spacing is only 2 is because the brick actually makes the 3. So it started here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. This gives us a nice stable foundation to build upon, which without a decent foundation, you got nothing. And here in the desert, even though it looks like a flat area, it's a lot of up and downs, and it can really screw with your building. And there's actually some areas that are like dead spots that you seriously cannot build upon. We're going to keep the lanterns down there. Cannot place. There we go. Because if we keep the lamps down there when we go downstairs at nighttime, there's something illuminating it, so I don't have to worry about placing it. And that was it. That was quick. We don't want to put the... We was going to have the woman follow behind us for this, but after watching her fall off the thing, we are probably going to not do that. Let me see if I got stairs, if we can do the stairs around it. That would be nice. It's going to take 100 stairs to go around. Then maybe a few more, because some of the places we're going to have to use 2. So we got this.
Says it's the legal spot to place, but it won't let me fucking place it. This game drives me nuts sometimes.
What'd you say? 850 power supply for new for $100? Nice.
God damn, what rating?
That's a nice price. Where is that at? Then of course we gotta actually get the 100. See, like that right there. Just those little areas, those little details. Right there. However, it seems like it's a little bit tedious. But, and it just this little sparing detail right here is enough to, that way when people walk, not only is that a lot more decorative, but it does save you from busting your ass falling off the thing, to be honest with you. We're going to have to look before we place that final brick, because there's squares that can be built, and I don't know how that's going to work. I'm probably going to have to end up destroying that. We'll find out.
No, you won't. Well, what, the box or?
Yeah, there's a square. There's a like a little half triangle, but I don't know how it sits. You know what I'm saying?
Wedge?
Yeah, there's a wedge stair set, but I don't know how it sits yet.
No momentum.
It's times like this when I miss Emperion's ability to make whole lines of stuff. Because literally when you see somebody build something in the Age of Conan, it is one brick at a time. The thing about it is once you get the math down, and like I said, the math, it just like I said, this just the floor is 525 to 625 per floor times 110. That's 57,750 each tower. Okay. Once you, this is my little book. What's up?
Here's what the ledges look like. So you literally just do another straight ramp, corner piece here.
Perfect. You got a little corner piece right here?
Yeah. 1 second, I'll make another one.
And we'll need that, however many that is for both towers. We need that for both towers.
See, it's all cleaned up.
See, that is absolutely beautiful right there. See, like this right here, we could have built the entire pyramid out of stairs, and it would have been easier.
Look,
So much
Planner too, I
to
bet.
Yeah,
And
so
all
much.
you probably what you needed to do was basically just foundation each level.
Hold on. That is an accomplishment. Hold on. Each feat gets. We got to record it. Hold on. Stand by. 6. There you go. Perfect. Hold on. Don't move. Ah! And that's Guardian's little invention. Ah, you moved. Oh my God, Guardian. Stay still. There we go.
Here, let me show you how to farm real quick.
Huh?
Let me show you how to farm real quick.
Okay, okay.
Here's something. So these are your planners. These are just the standard ones so they go at decent rates. So open it up real quick.
Hold on, okay. Are you able to pick these up by any chance?
Is this a bad spot?
This is a very bad spot. Let me show you something,
We can
okay?
just hold these ones temporary so that we actually don't die for now. But at least
Okay.
this will be a quick lesson. So open this up real quick. What I'm standing on.
Okay.
So those are just standard seeds, so that'll get you your fiber. The next one has olive seeds, and then the desert berry seeds are in the next one over. So basically, you have your 3 materials.
Okay, let me
So
how long did they take to oops. Yeah, how long did they take to grow?
not sure. I didn't really actually count myself yet. I just kind of just let them go for free. So you
Yeah,
saw in the first one, there's literally 7 compost. One
Yes.
compost will grow 1 seed. Or notice.
So 100
When,
compost
seed
to
is
grow
actually
the
done. Okay, so that 1 seed will generate, and it'll actually throw. You don't have to harvest it; it'll automatically put it in the slot next to it, so you don't have to worry about ever harvesting until you actually pull out the slot.
Okay.
And 1 seed usually yields about 10. All right,
Okay.
now to make compost, you need your compost heap. This guy right here.
You literally brought
On compost, we'll take some fiber, featured meat, and bone meal. You want to know how you get your bone meal? You literally grab your grindstone, or the grinder, horns, fangs, and bones literally grind into bone meal.
I am very glad I kept all of that stuff off the animals I've hunted. However, you've literally brought a pile of shit over to the town. Okay, let me show you.
You know what? That's how you get your compost.
All right, hold on. Let me show you something, okay? All right.
Yeah.
If I understand it right, and I'm working directly from the layout of the thing. Stand right here. Okay. Right here. If I understand, watch where I'm facing. Okay.
Yep.
There is North Tower. This is South Tower. Okay. In between, from diagonally from there, from North Tower to South Tower, in between this space here is going to be a 22-floor building, if I'm looking at it right. Okay?
Yep.
Sixth floor, and I don't got the count for the other floors. I should have did a rough sketch. Off in the back, there's going to be a...
Remember how short of a period this has been so far? It's already about a quarter done.
Nice. Nice. I keep looking at the time. Basically, back here is going to be the 6-story bank, and then the 2 other towers to enclose the thing in. And we got meat. Hold on. That is meat. That is food. And
12 for a flush.
toss it on the Barbie. Okay, see here?
Yep.
We're going to have a second one of these statues roughly right here. And then the garden is going to literally line and fill these areas. Yeah, but it all works off of here. You feel what I'm saying?
Got it.
And what I'm thinking is that we might have to do the stair thing around this also, just for fluidity. but there's got to be another statue facing this one. Okay? Somewhere about in this area.
I just dropped those so that way you had something to sustain yourself at least. I can go make more. Those are actually pretty cheap.
Right. It's just the only reason I'm letting you know this is because everything is like both of the buildings are literally lined off of each other. I literally made a wall all the way across to the second building and then broke the wall once it was lined up because there's no way to try and eyeball it. And
yeah, I've tried that. It don't work.
Yeah, and literally the next statue is going to have to work off of this statue and then but it doesn't have to be lined up with the buildings. In fact, from what I'm looking at, the offset is actually better because it'll give it some kind of weird symmetry once it's all in.
If anything, just scoot it over. Is this an odd or an even? 1, 2, 3, 4. If anything, just slide the second one over too.
Right. There's a reason why it's this. There's a reason why it's this size. I'm working off accounts, so literally.
Yeah, I was just saying, if you want to offset the second one, just slide it over too and push it out. It'll keep it somewhat symmetrical, but it'll give it that offset that you're probably looking for.
Gotcha.
But it'll help keep the grid system so that way when you're building it, you slay it a whole hell of a lot easier.
Right, but for right now, we're leaving. Do not move that because everything, literally on.
No, I wasn't gonna tear that down at all.
Yeah, because literally what's
going to build your foundations off of this one.
All right, Thomas. Go. What'd you say? Go look outside. That's how I expect them to look like. But now basically what's going to end up happening, and this is where the artistic license is going to come in, is from right here. I found the 360 mural, and I'm going to have to put links for all of this stuff while we're building it up. And I'm going to be looking at that mural, the little 360 mural, and then I'm going to come in the game and be looking at it in game. You feel what I'm saying? And making adjustments to the towers based on the pictures on how that 360 mural looks. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And I'm not trying to go crazy insane with the detail, but I do want to be respectful to the content, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
so like here you got a good chunk of future meat to go ahead and start making some compost.
Yeah, everything gets recycled and used. Let's get the stairs done. If I was smart, I still might sneak in behind these stairs and put some lights. That way the stairwell is lit. But I imagine we're going to have lights when I put the lanterns in.
How much light does this kick out to the stairs?
It's a nice little glow in the nighttime. That'll be a nice little glow behind it. However, like I said, it's all got to be lined, and I don't want to put any lights or anything. That's as far as the stairwell is concerned. That's decor until I get, because there's bumps that's got to be added, but I can't add it until I get to the 4th floor. That's where I've got to build it from, the 4th floor. Otherwise, I tried doing it from the ground up and it never looked right. Okay, that's good. Had these been around, your girl wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
At least I hope not. We don't know. Like I said, there's a wonkiness to the physics that I don't trust because weird shit happens. You got any more of those corners?
Not currently. You can make them. You should be able to make them. One second, I'm just trying to look, see where, because there's a thrall in there too that was supposed to be for your guard.
Yeah,
Where'd
if
you
you
want
could,
it?
the guard, put it by the fireplace, either side, or by the hut on the opposite end.
I'm gonna place it kind of between fireplace, the planter boxes, and between the hut and the I want to say it's the north tower. Yeah, north tower. Because it'll be close enough range where it should defend anything that hits any of that.
Holy crap,
And it's 2-2-1-2, by the way.
we went through those stairs quick. Okay. It's gonna take about 450 stairs per tower. I'm gonna make that just ballpark estimate on the stairwells because we made it roughly halfway.
I want to say sandstorm inbound. I don't have a mask. Uh-oh.
Get up under the, climb up on top of the innards.
Oh, damn, that actually works.
Yeah, I'm never building an enclosed structure again, again unless I'm intending to. Yeah, the nighttime. I've shortened the nighttime. I've shortened the night times. We tried to add the Dogs of War to the storm, and it had some weird effects on the entire game. Like animals basically lost their damn mind and was everywhere. So we cut that off. That feature.
I went from having to deal with the three hyena packs standard to 6+, and Rob didn't believe me until I dragged his ass into the fight.
Yeah. And yeah, but the thing is, like I said, with some of this stuff, it is just going to be a matter of what did you do with the food?
Should be in a crate.
There's
Yeah, should be in a crate. Because it was already cooked.
Oh, that's food. Son of a gun. Okay. Strips. Fish strips. Seriously?
Yep.
You're a chef too in game? Damn. Fish strips?
Stove, and it actually feeds you pretty good.
Yeah, freaking
And it
fish.
lasts for fucking ever.
Got freaking fish sticks here.
Strips.
Okay.
It takes all 3 fish types to make, too, surprisingly.
If we're gonna be overweight, we might as well go on and do it completely, so we can finish this. So. Like I said, God is showing me this little trick about moving. It's just amazing. It has saved my ass a couple of times. Let's see. Let's finish this up. And then we're going to spawn some lights in. Like I said, as much as I'd like to sit here and chop trees and do it, and trust me, it is actually enjoyable doing that. It would take forever. So we're going to spawn a lot of stuff in just to save time. And I doubt anybody wants to sit and watch me chop rock for 4.
Alright, we're good. I need to make a mask real quick, though. Sounds like I'm about to go on another raiding party.
Holy crap.
What?
I should get you into Ark. Ark, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ark is the land of the hardcore as far as I'm concerned, because everything in Ark is designed to kill you. efficiently.
Well,
Oh,
except for the goddamn dodo. But even that will fuck you up.
the dodo is a trick because I went for the dodo and something jumped out that looked like a cat and chased me. I hopped on somebody else's structure to get away from the cat, and I thought I was safe. And then a pterodactyl grabbed me. I kind of plopped down and ran from that into the water, saying water is always safe. And there was piranha and what looked like a baby shark in there. It might have been more piranha. I just seen teeth. It was like done. So
probably more than a piranha. It was probably a legit shark.
So I'm sitting there bloody, tired, and running. And then all of a sudden I got grabbed into the air again and dropped. And I was at a little bit of my life when I hit the ground. I'm like, what the hell is that? And turns out there's pterodactyls. And I'm like, holy crap. And so me thinking that my ordeal was over, a kindly gentleman was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. And there's some guy in a beard. And I'm sitting there, and that's where we learned our next lesson is that if they have a beard, they're high level. We didn't know that at first. And he said that, well, help me carry some stuff, and I'll help you out and give you some stuff and get you started. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I followed him around while he gathered shit, and I would hold it for him, and I follow him. And then he gave me a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, thanks. And I went running off, and then he met me on the other corner of his little base that he was building and killed me and took all the stuff back. So it's like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm done. And it was just, it's the land of the hardcore, man. Land of the hardcore. Okay, fine. What'd you say? You can help me? You're not going to kill me, are you? Turn to inventory.
Well, Rob, you forgot to also get the guarantee of, yeah, I'll help you, but it doesn't guarantee I'm not going to kill you and take my shit back.
Yeah, I know. And it was hard. I'm like, this is such a hard world. Why is it so hard? And then, of course, I'm always jelly because people are running around on their pet dinosaurs. Every time I went near a dinosaur, all it wanted to do was eat me. And I'm just like, really? Really? Oh, come on. Stop being silly. We're going to have to do something about that. And we're probably going to have to log and relog. Ever so often you get dead spots. And that's what I was talking about, making that even plane. Is that dead spot. And once we get all of the foundations in, we can have our carrying girl carry things up and down, provided she doesn't fall down the damn steps. We never thought about that. She may fall down the damn steps. Why is this not working? Oh, so frustrating when this happens. So frustrating. And that's going to sit there like that for a minute until the server decides to sync up. You know what you should say? My servers are PvE? No, I'm not. I know you're not, man. I was just, like I said, I was conveying my experience with Ark. And it was like, and it's like normally I would love thriving in that kind of environment. But it was just brutal from the start. And like I said, I never did get the little dodo that I was chasing. And because he would have been pretty good eats. And it was like the only thing in the game that didn't try and eat me. I was quite proud of making...
You take a swing at his ass and he comes and pecks your ass to death with that big ass chopped like beak.
Wait, the thing... They can attack you? I didn't think they could attack you.
Yes, it can. It is really funny to watch because it is quite the show. They will defend themselves. I'll bet kind of poorly.
I didn't know. That would have been just topping if that dodo came back and just picked me to death. That would have been more insulting than believing that some stranger was going to truly help me out.
Well, technically he did. He just It's like, well, you're a free game now.
Yeah, but why did he have to let me walk around the corner, man? That was just like, he could have killed me right then. He could have killed me before I handed and just looted stuff. No, he sat there and let me carry stuff around. It was so mean. That's all I'm saying. It was just kind of mean.
You kind of realize the world isn't a very kind and forgiving place. I think you kind of have. Life kind of wins for playing that cruel fucking joke on you multiple times and winning.
Invite is open. Sounds good, man. And like I said, the invite to the server is open too. If you ever want to join us on this game, the server information is down below. I do appreciate it. Like I said, it was in all honesty, it was quite a hilarious experience. It was just one of those things that you just like, fuck, why? It was like everything, and then it's like I discovered that you can spawn in different areas, so you don't have to be spawn camped by players, which is actually pretty damn nice.
Though the game can still be like, joke's on you.
They know where you're probably gonna go. They have a one.
Place is safe.
Right. Then, like I said, Ark is one of those interesting games. I don't know how I feel about it at times. I know that that it got uninstalled like right after that. I'm just like, I cannot handle this kind of stress in my life. But at some point, we always go back to games. We never, and especially after I probably experienced the worst of the worst at that particular time. So I think my next experience in the game is gonna be pretty decent. Oops.
I'm waiting for life to catch you up.
What's up?
So I'll kind of snicker when life catches up again.
Yes. Able to cover that hole. What the hell is that over there? There's something over there staring at me. Oh, okay. I'm like, what the hell is that? I see it. It's one of the rock monsters.
Oh, them guys?
The rock lobsters. Rock lobster? Hopefully by tomorrow, or at least Sunday, I'll have the little icon down below to let you know that there's also emotes that I've gotten done. Last week sometime? I'm so behind. Like I said, it's been a long week.
How long did you say it took us to sprint here from spawn?
From spawn?
We're at the middle of the map.
You're at the middle of the map.
Well, we are technically, if you think about it. Not even close to the middle of the map.
No, yeah, we're kind of in a corner. Yeah, we're kind of in a corner of the map. They added a new zone that looks like volcano.
Yeah, it's further north.
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out.
What'd you say? It took us like a couple, like a good 10 minutes at least of just straight up sprinting.
Right.
So it's a good little size map.
Yeah, they're talking about giving us some extra areas, but areas. Areas.
More land mass. There we go.
There we go. There we go. And, well, we're getting more of it. I'm just not sure if they're going to give it to us for free or we're going to have to pay for it.
Don't worry, Rob. The 71 will help make the works for you.
Do what?
Said the 71 will help make the words that the 03 can't.
Oh man.
And yes, I'll continue giving you shit.
Well, this is either a fantastic foundation or is going to be the world's greatest dance floor. One of the two. Gosh damn.
Or if my buddy happens to hop on while the whole thing happens to collapse, or some stranger reason that he's be singing it's going down, I'm yelling timber.
Oh my god. Guardian, don't blow up my tower. Roadrunner, thank you for the host, brother. Thank you for the host. Like I said,
for more volunteers.
Like I said, for those who are just joining and don't know what's going on, we are at the beginning of our build for the World Trade Towers. This is a tribute build. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I never had the confidence to do it for one, and that's just because I didn't have experience doing something of this scale. We've got a couple of builds up under us, so we're a little bit more confident in getting it done, and we couldn't figure out an engine that could actually handle the build. I think this engine is robust enough to actually handle it. Hopefully. Maybe.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. That's kind of where, that is really kind of where we're at with the whole thing. And like I said, I got kicked off a one-person server, and when I tried doing, we crashed another person server. I got thrown off because they were just like, what the hell are you doing? This time we own the server, and I'm gonna call and thoroughly gripe and bitch if the server starts crashing because it can't handle all of this shit. Like, what kind of operation are you running here? I demand an upgrade. They're gonna be like, screw you, I've seen your tower up.
I figure out what the hell you were doing.
You literally spawn. What is it? Like I said, both towers are gonna have, and this is just the flat floors. Both towers. Let me give y'all an aerial view. Hold on. Alt F2. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of an area view of everything. This is the start of it. And it's going to be 115,500 for ceiling tiles. Just for both towers. That's 115,000 just on the tiles. It's going to be, when the walls go up, 22,000. 22,000 walls to make both towers. We're talking 110 stories each tower. 6 stories for the hotel that goes there. 22 stories for the two no, 6 stories for the long building, that's the bank, and 22 stories for the 2 towers that were sitting beside it. And I believe those are towers 3 and 4, I believe. Don't hold me to the name, I didn't do too much study on the small towers yet. But that's where we're at. We're using Ansel to get an open view of this, and we probably need to take a picture of this. Picture. We only go up from here.
Quite literally.
Now, what we have left to do is we really need to finish these stairs, and I'm going to spawn those in. Oh, nope. Gonna spawn those in, and Sandstone. Eh. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 200 of those. And that'll let us finish the stairs around. And you're closing in on that number 50, man. Hey, Roadrunner, how you doing? Thank you for the raid, man. You're closing in on the number 50. Number 50, what are you doing? Are you racing or?
Hey, Rod.
What's up?
Found another alchemist.
Nice.
This time it actually spawned in.
Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. 6.
That I can get the bear, and then I'll have another wheel. Did you want or need a taskmaster for your wheels, or are you good?
Right now, I'm good. Get your wheels up to snuff. You're obviously ahead of me. Right now, my task is pretty much clear. I'm not sure what I'm needing. If anything, I'm going to need people cooking on those stoves. You know, the brick ovens.
The smelters.
Yeah, I'm going to need smelters, at least 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to find too. Have you not noticed how much iron I've been smelting?
What you say? Follows, man, racing to get that affiliate. You will get it, man. You will get that affiliate. And it's like, do those, take a look when you go into your, when you look at your settings and look at, you should see something that's giving you achievements. Get those achievements tick marked off. Right now, I'm wanting to become a full partner, but that means I've got to grow the channel a little bit more, and we gotta put in the work. We've also, and it's like becoming a partner though is kind of a huge hurdle, because it's like one of the things you got to ask yourself. Not only is it's not all just about putting in the work on the stream. The stream is the fun part of everything. I get to talk to y'all, get to play games. That's the great part. The work part, at least for me, is and it's what I'm really lacking on. And I'm really trying to work. That's why you see me taking a lot of pictures, is the social media aspect of it. And that's just as important as putting in the stream time. Because you can stream for 1 billion hours, but if you don't put it out there, nobody knows except for who you're actually streaming to that happens to come by. And, of course, y'all that come by all the time. And it's like, and that's a perfectly good way to grow your stream. It's just going to take you a minute. And so it's like we've been working on the social media aspect of it, and we're trying to get a respectable site. We're trying to make it worth everybody's time and stuff. And that's why I say we're always working hard. We're always trying to do it bigger and better. And we're trying to hone our craft. And it's like I'm getting, like I said, and to this day, one of the things is I'm just now getting comfortable with my voice. Because sometimes I feel like I sound like Chef, like a discount version of Chef. And I'm just like, oh my God. Because I listen to my playbacks and I'm just like, oh, do I really sound like that? But then again, most people do not like the sound of their own voice. Except for this one guy I used to grow up with named Dwayne Wigfall. I hated Dwayne Wigfall. It's so cocky. He had a mustache in middle school. Fuck. None of us had a chance.
Yeah, I went to school with had a full-on fucking beard in middle school. No shits.
And I'm not a big fan of social media. I'm not gonna lie. Social media's been hands down responsible for making some of the silliest people famous, and I don't know why. It's really one of those things where I just look at it as an oddity. It's like little Tay, Wiki Woe. It's like, what are you famous for? Yet they pulling in more views than I am. I'm just like, fuck. And I always maintain that I'm probably not going to be as famous as a lot of people because I got to maintain some form of dignity whatsoever. There's just some stuff that I'm not going to do. Like, I'll sit there and watch, and I think it's the funniest thing because it got me to resubscribe to PewDiePie. PewDiePie was just like, what the fuck? Anything that makes PewDiePie go, what the fuck, I'm going to watch just to see what the hell it is. But yeah, they had little Tay who's balling on your mama's rent, according to her. Just like, really? Really? But yeah, and it's like, I'm sitting there, listen, I grew up in the hood. I've never even heard of anything like that, balling on your mama's rent. And it's like, but then she's balling. And then you have Wiki Woo who lost a fight with herself against the shopping cart. I can't make this shit up. Like, the fuck? She got into a fight with the Catch Me Now girl. That's all I know is Catch Me Outside girl that was... Apparently, if you call that a fight, it's really them standing off against each other, talking smack. And then she somehow lost her phone, and her bodyguards got into a scuffle, and she was reaching in, smacking, and then little Tate jumped across and smacked somebody in the back of the head. It was really silly. It was the stupidest shit you ever wanted to see. And like I said, even PewDiePie was just like, the fuck? The fuck? But it's like when you and these people are I mean, and they keep upping it. She went to some park, got in a helicopter, and she say, "See this helicopter? This helicopter costs more than everything in your house. I just bought it," and she got in the back of it. I'm like, mother, if I'm balling and having a helicopter, I'm getting in the front. Even Trump knows that. Trump hopped in the fire truck and tooted the horn. We said, ironically, we see the BMW concept when when I dropped my daughter off at the airport, and I'm sitting there flabbergasted because this thing, the BMW concept car, is a thing of beauty, and it's like it's a normal car now, but I know it is the BMW concept. It's like it's something that we should never attain. Nobody should have enough money to obtain a car like this. And I seen it there sitting in the airport. And I'm sitting there like, Hannah, quick, get your phone out. And she's like, you want me to take a picture of the car, Daddy? I'm like, yeah, we got to do a video, though. And she's like, what kind of video? And I'm like, I'm Big Rob, and I just bought this car. I'm balling. I'm flexing. And she's like, no, Dad, we're done. We're done. Come for us. I call security on you. And my daughter would have called security on me, too.
Yeah, auto walk button.
A what? Number lock.
Auto walk.
Number lock. It's called number lock.
Got it. Makes my life so much goddamn easier.
I know. I found it on accident. Hey, Modern Day, how you doing? We're sitting there just talking about some of the silliness that happens in today's society. I'm talking about these young people. Stop taking snappies of yourself. You're not that cute. I feel like that old man that's always complaining about young. Uh-oh, we're weak with hunger. Better get some fish sticks. Thank you, Guardian. Oh, that shit's balling right there. Like somebody just watching Ed Van Halen for the first time, and their lives gets like 10K views. I want a helicopter too. I just don't. Everybody says they want to be a millionaire, and here in America, you have every opportunity to be a millionaire. You can. It's just that you got to put in the work.
You can really fuck it up.
Right? And it's like when you get to be a millionaire, you get the attention of some very prestigious people, like the IRS, for instance, because they want to know how you made $1 million. And you better have a really good excuse. I found out that if you could go get cash money. If you ever want to get gone through like warm soup. Let me tell you something. Go get money together. Like, say a car is $7,000, right? Go get $7,000. Go to a car lot to go buy you a car. And don't put anything under the job thing. And you know what? You will have a call within 24 hours because you're going to have to explain where you got $7,000 from. And it's like that with any car. I thought it was just something like that if you walked in with $500,000 to buy a supercar. No, you can go buy a Hyundai. And if you ain't got a reasonable way of making that money, you will get a call because they want to know where you made that money from. And if you paid taxes on it, of course, because Uncle Sam's got to get this cut. Let me get this straight. You walked into a car lot with $7,000 that you just happened to have.
Thank you.
Oh, the car lot's gonna sell you the car. It's just that you're gonna get a call. You're gonna get a call because they gonna want to know. They want to know, and they don't. Server is going down for an automated restart in 15 minutes.
Well, get them holes back to the wheel.
Okay.
Already got a replacement.
Okay, that is done. That is done. And that is looking pretty damn sweet. That is looking.
Not worry about your ass falling off the damn thing now too.
At least hopefully, it could very well. It could very well go to the bottom.
See you flying across the map. I'm just gonna sit here and laugh, and then proceed to figure out where you're gonna splat.
I just thought about what you said. That's not very nice.
Hey, it's the game business. I've seen it happen one game. It was fucking hilarious.
And when we get done, that second foundation will look like that. And then we're going to first lay out the floor pattern. We got it because we got to get the hallway. It's going to be a cross section, but it's going to be a wide cross section this way. And I think it goes that way. Both towers follow the same pattern. I don't think they're cat-corner to each other, so it's going to be a cross pattern. Basically, one wide hallway, two narrow hallways, and in the narrow hallway, there's a stairwell, and along the other side is the elevators. I think that's how that's going to work. And the elevators we'll put in every 10 floors.
Did you already science out the elevators in game, I'm assuming?
Do what?
Did you already science the elevators before or something?
Did I already do what?
Science the elevators in game?
Yes, I watched a couple of the building of the towers inside the World Trade Center, which was a little bit depressing because it showed the last part, but what happened minutes before the towers fell. But what was really impressive about it, beside showing what actually happened inside of there, was it actually had 3D renderings of the elevators and how they were laid out versus the stairs and the paths that people took. And the one thing that I'm hoping to get right on a little bit of it is that we can, if we can't get everything accurate, which we're not, we can actually get that pathway that people had to take down or up. If we can get that right, that's good enough for me. And I want that. It's important that I get that aspect of it right. And and like I said, I want to pay a little bit of respect to the source material and stuff. That's why we're trying to get this as accurate as possible, as accurate as the game will allow us to get. Like I said, it's a build. We're basically giving ourselves 2 weeks to complete. Now it might run over. There's a very good chance once we get into the floor plan, because we're not trying to build just the towers and say these are great pictures and go. We're trying to actually create a little bit of an experience here. And like I said, it's a tribute build, so I want to put all my heart into it, and I want to challenge myself. Let's just be clear. I like doing big builds, and this is the most challenging build that we've actually attempted. And if we can get it actually on video, that would be so damn awesome. But 2 weeks is what we're giving. Hopefully in a couple of days the towers will really start to take shape and everybody else starts seeing. It'll go from this is impossible, this is going to take you a year, to oh, I see it coming together now. And that's really the challenge for me in it, is tell me what I can't do and I'll show you what I can. And I'm all about that. I'm all about that lifestyle on that. But I better get some food and stuff. I'm good on food. Let's see if we can lay some of these. Yeah, I like how the stairwells turned out. The stairwells turned out better than I thought it was. What you say? You really salvage IRS? Oh yeah, the IRS will come and visit you. They will come and visit you. They have no qualms about. They have no qualms about coming and visiting you if they think there's something shasty. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. They'll get fresh and we're home. Oh man. And hopefully, I am never gonna have to deal with silliness like that. I am allergic to jail. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am allergic to jail. I have no.
How you're allergic to death?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's been proven that I'm allergic to death. It just doesn't take. We keep trying to go to heaven. I'm like, how far is heaven? Way too far. I can't get in. They keep sending me home.
No, the Reaper shows up and goes, fuck, it's Rob again. You're dead for 2 weeks. I'll be back later.
I'm like John Wayne. Get the fuck out of here, Pilgrim. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Oh, you talking shit, Rob? I give you a break and you start talking shit. Okay. See you in a couple. A couple of what? Yo, wouldn't you like to know?
Wait, we give you the courtesy of a good countdown.
Yes, this is my server. I'm not sure. I think everything like that just popped up is just something that happens. Nothing I programmed into it. It just started popping up, which is fine by me. I'm glad it gives us some kind of warning. Because when we ran the Echo server, you just got thrown the fuck out. There was no messages or anything. And it has a message. Did you see a message of the day when you logged on?
No, I did not.
I thought I put a message of the day in there. Okay, I think that's right. If I've done this right, if we've done the math right, there'll be a space that is in the center. That's 1, 2, 3. What's up? Yeah, but like I said, I would definitely love to see it because I'm always trying to learn. Because it's like I'm getting better and better at this server thing. Because it's like, usually when I'm running the server, it's just me swearing. Like, damn it, how come I gotta figure it? I didn't swear that much with Echo, well, yeah. I did. And
I was gonna say, who are you bullshitting?
I did better. I did better.
I'm surprised I didn't break the damn server with how much I was mining out.
And that is.
You want a cook? We could always use another cook.
Yes, we need a cook over here.
You're coming with me.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. And real quick, hold on, let's put these up for a second. That is looking quite epic right there. You can already tell that this is going to be something really, really special, which is awesome. You can already tell. And that's what I like to, that's kind of what I want. And yeah, you can already tell. How does one set their server as PvP? Depending on which host you got and how they got you set up. Me, I do mine through the service page. And it'll allow me to do the settings like that. However, you can go into your and you do that, you got to stop the server and then go into your server settings, whatever that is, whether you go through a web page or you're actually going through the in-game client because you set your own server up. I'm going to get on solid ground real quick because I don't trust the physics in this game. I'm going to get me something to drink. Get you something to drink. Fill up your water.
Who, me?
Yeah, don't come off the server without water. You just don't know what's going to happen. And then basically you decide whether you want a PvP or PvE. It's going to default to PvP, but you can click an option and set it to PvE. Now, I'm not going to show that on screen because they did a lousy job of covering up the password for admin. And I've had bad experiences with people hacking and looking for passwords, and that seems to be a part-time sport in this game. So I'm not going to show it because you can see the password, and I don't want to have to deal with that nonsense. It turns ugly. I get mad, start throwing people out, and not saying that you would do it. I just don't know who's watching at any given time. And it's like last time when we ran a Rust server, which was one of the first servers we ran, somebody filled up my arena with lava. And, well, there was that. And I don't even know how they did that shit. I'm like, I don't see the option for this. Fill up the house with lava. Who would do this shit? There's
very dedicated and has a lot of buckets.
One of the reasons I agreed to Guardian help me with the cost of the servers, so we got it for a good piece now. Thanks to him. I appreciate him. But there was a lot of information on how to run a server on the Conan Exiles wiki. And that's what I've been using to figure a lot of this stuff out, from the Archon tool, which is not necessary really because of the people that we're going through, to the and right now the server host that I'm going through is Survival Servers, and they got a really decent price. They have a quick setup, it's instant setup. Which is better than the perfect ping perfect servers that I usually go with, because they were kind of expensive and it takes them 24 hours to set the server up, and they're not very responsive on their forums. That was, and see, on the forums that of survival servers, I went right there, plenty of answers right off the bat. People are talking. Ping perfect, not trying to diss them. Their servers are good if you know what the hell you're doing and can figure out somebody to talk to you that knows what's going on. But it's one of those things where we're going to log out here. I'm going to take another fish stick. Fish sticks are awesome. Okay, let's get over here with the dancer and at least be entertained. There we go. At least be entertained. And we're going to come out of this.
I can actually make exotic armors now.
Oh, nice.
Yes, improved armor's bench. Fuck yeah.
2 minutes. We're going to exit to main menu, but also Make sure if you're setting up your server that you set your basically how you set yourself up as admin, which is really important, is when you're setting up your server, you'll have your config file. It'll ask you for a password. In fact, the password's name will be change me. Change your password to a password. And then you'll click you'll go from here to settings, and then over on the far right corner will be your admin panel, and then you'll click make me admin, and then you'll type in whatever password that you put in there, and then you'll have admin powers when you spawn back into the game. Well, you're already spawned in the game. You do it after you spawn in. It's like make your game, go into your game as create your character, and then come out to your settings panel and do all of that. But go into your config settings first, and set your password for admin. That way you'll be able to get in. Share the admin password with. So far, I haven't figured out how to make officers, but if you need people that'll help you, find somebody you trust and give them the password so they can set the stuff up or reboot or restart if needed. I hope that's helpful. Lurkoid, if you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to try and help you. It's just one of those things where I find that it's difficult. It's just like with streaming. It was difficult finding answers to how to set the stuff up. It was honestly one of those things where we guessed and plucked at it until we got enough, or we'd sit there and we'd look at somebody doing their settings and figured out what they were doing. And we got some amazing looking pictures. Okay, yeah, that looks awesome. Select all, upload. And basically, like I was saying earlier, the thing that I need to work on is the social media aspect. And down below, we have my Facebook. We're going to have to work on Steam. Steam is kind of like too wonky right now. But we also got a Snappy Chat, or a Snapchat. My daughter would warn me. I keep calling it Snappy Chat, and I don't know why I want to call it that. But it's like, God, I love chocolate milk. It was one of those things where it was hard to find information and stuff out. And I keep jumping conversations. Stop. Let's go back. One of the things I need to work on is the social media. I'm not a big fan of social media. I don't understand half of it. Worse, it keeps changing every 5 minutes. And it's like apparently there's a dozen other things that you can use to talk to people that does the same damn thing. But everybody keeps switching and changing up. And I'm just like... And I think I was looking for social media things to... And I go, most popular social media. And one of the things that popped up was Tinder. Not knowing what the fuck it was, because I didn't know that's how people dated in this day and age. I signed up for that with Twitter and other stuff. And my daughter goes, ah, like that. And I'm like, what the hell? And I go in there and apparently I'm on Tinder. And she's like, Dad, look. You're on Tinder, and you got somebody that's trying to talk to you. And I'm like, hey, yeah. How do I take it off when you can't? Just don't respond. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, and it's like, and I'm like, well, explain this to me, because they seem to be really geeked about the whole damn thing. They thought it was hilarious. I thought it was like, what the fuck is this? And this is how people meet today, Dad. And I'm like, I just was looking for social media on the internet and signed up for everything. And so they say, well, if they like you, they right swipe. And if they don't like you, they left swipe. And I'm like, really? And if they want to get in contact with you, you'll see a little heart and you can. And I'm sitting there like, get me off of this shit. And she's like, well, if you don't answer, you get removed anyway. I'm like, well, I'm not going to answer, but take me off this shit. Then I had to go and have that fateful conversation with my wife to let her know that I fucked up and accidentally put myself on some silliness. And she just laughed at me. She wasn't, it's like, it's bad when your wife of 22 years don't worry about your ass. In every great relationship, there should be just a little bit of worry. She does not worry about me. I'll go, I will ride that all night. Did you see that? And she's like, yes, I seen the Camaro. You can't have one. And I'm like, I could have been talking about a girl. She's like, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You're too cheap. You're too cheap for the Camaro.